Hi everybody, I'm Miss Killer Bee, Miss Hotrod Resource from April, and I'm just going to be showing you a pretty simple pin-up hair tutorial today. So we are going to start with, I use Got to Be Guardian Angel, and it's just a heat protectant, and you're going to spray it all over your hair, especially on the ends because those get fried. Alright, and on your little bangs, if you have them. And then, this is not the bottle of the stuff, but it's called Lotta Body, and you mix it with water and it keeps your curls forever. And just spray that all over it. Alright. And you want to make sure it's nice and smooth, or your curls are not going to be smooth. So, we'll start by sectioning out the front. For your bang part, I'm going to do a wave in the front. So, you get a pretty big section. I have really thin hair, so I have to get a bigger section. And then I just like to pin the rest out of the way as best as I can. All right. And then I do about, I don't know, I would say a 1-inch section, and I'm going to curl to the left. I had to think about that. And I'm just going, I actually just wrap my hair around the barrel. I don't like to pinch. So you just wrap it down, and then you get those baby hairs in there afterwards. And pull it out. And you're going to use, it just depends how tight you want your curls with how tight or small or big of a barrel you want. And I use these little clippies, and you clip it straight up. And you're just going to keep doing that for the rest of your bang area. Make sure that the hair is flat on the barrel when you do it, because if you twist it, you're going to get like Little Mermaid beach curls instead of your flat pin curls that you want. And just make sure you curl it under. And then pin it. I missed that one. And it's a lot easier if you let the curl fall into your hand, so you don't have to recurl it every time. But if it does fall, it's fairly easy to recurl. So that's your front section. That's going to be your bang. And then you take it out. And The rest of my hair, I like to section it off in 3 sections. So I do my sides and then I do my back. But they're all going to be curled down in the same direction. And I usually do thicker sections when I start on the side. I do thicker sections on the top and smaller sections down below just for a tighter curl. Sometimes if it comes out and you can't get it to curl back, as you saw, just literally wrap it around your finger and make sure you pin curl it back. And then just keep sectioning it off and curl the next part. And try to get your rows as straight as possible. Like that one's totally not straight. There we go, that's better. All right, so now you're just gonna go ahead and do your other 2 sections and we'll be right back when they're all done. All right, so as you can see, I have it all curled now and I let it cool. That's the most important part, is let your curls cool all the way through. Usually I will curl my hair and then do my makeup to give myself plenty of time. So I'm gonna start taking out the pin curls now, and I start from the bottom and I work my way up, and then I leave my bangs for very last because I like to style those very last. So we'll just take them out one by one and just let them, you know, sit. You don't have to, if you pull them out, you're gonna lose your curl faster. So just take the pin curl and be super careful while you're taking the little clips out that they don't get caught in your other curls, because it'll rat your hair and you have a better chance of losing your curl as well. See, like that, you got caught. So I used a bigger curling iron this time, so I'm gonna have more of a looser, like Hollywood kind of, almost a, not necessarily a finger wave, but just a looser curl this time. And you can always pin your hair up, which I do a lot, to make it like a bob, to give that faux look. Like I said, just make sure you're being super careful when you're pulling them out, because they tend to get stuck. Oh, also I sprayed it, just a little spray with hairspray before I uncurled them, which just gives you a better hold. All right, so now that, like I said, I'm gonna leave my bangs. So now that I have this done, I use this brush, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's awesome because it has a rubber base and it makes it so you don't have static when you uncurl your curls because they're so tightly curled that a lot of the time it'll frizz up. So this is awesome. And just gently brush out your hair. If you have tangles, just make sure you go really slow over them. Otherwise, you're once again just gonna brush out your curl, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. So as you can see, this is just gonna be a really super sleek, smooth kind of curl. And just make sure all your curls get brushed together. Because that'll give it, when you brush them together, it gives them more of a uniform curl. See how they're all just laying together nicely. And then I'll undo my bangs. And brush those so your curls are uniform there as well. And I give it a good spray with hairspray and I tease them all together. And I use this little teasing brush. I'm not sure of the official name of it, but it's awesome. And it also works as a smoothing brush when you are ready to not brush your tees out, but when you're ready to smooth your hair on top of the tees. Oops. So make sure it's teased nice and big. It looks ridiculous, but it'll smooth out really nicely. And you can just gently start to shape it without brushing your tees out. So you're just brushing over the tees to get the top layer smooth. So it's still going to be kind of a rat's nest underneath, but you won't be able to see it. And just shape it however you want. I like to brush mine, I use the back of my comb to get that wave. And then go ahead and for volume around the rest of your head, just go ahead and tease around to the base of your head. And again, you want, I mean, it's gonna look crazy, but it'll it'll brush out nicely. And go with the back. And then once you've teased it all the way around, you're just going to shape it just like you did with your bangs. And make sure it's all laying flat and you can't see the back comb underneath it. So now that I have my lovely crazy hair, I'm just gonna gently smooth it out, and it's just really gonna give you that the body and volume. Once you have that all brushed out and smooth, you're gonna, well, you can either leave it and just go with the big hair. I always like to pin a side, and the side that it's not, that my bangs, the opposite side of that my bangs go, and I just brush it straight back and spray it so you don't have your flyaways. And you're gonna get 2 bobby pins. And pin them in an X so that you get a really good hold. And just bring the hair behind it over to help hide it a little bit, but just to give it that flat look on it, and then spray your bangs. And make sure those are just smoothed out and shaped how you want. Like so. And that's it. So like I said, it's just a super light, easy, sleek curl. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you liked it, and make sure you stay tuned for Miss Hotrod Resource Mondays.